Hey guys, it's Drummond. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be touching on the topic of the coronavirus that is spreading around the world, which is crazy. I never thought that I would live to see a time where something like this would happen, but I feel like a lot of people are kind of looking on social media and trying to find all the answers, and I think that there's a lot of people who are really confused on what is exactly happening, should they be worried? And I kind of wanted to make a video kind of touching on some things because I think there's some people who aren't taking this serious enough. So I have been monitoring this for a while just because someone I really care about recently got stationed over in Italy, and when it comes to Italy, they are a little bit worse off than we are currently here in the United States. And I know people in China have been reaching out to me because a lot of you guys watch my YouTube channel and you guys have been letting me know what's going on over there, which is scary to know that it's gotten that bad over there overseas. And I mean, one thing I kind of wanted to point out in this video is the fact that when they are talking about self-distancing and self-quarantining and all of this type of stuff, they do mean that you should not be out in public if you don't have to be. So for me, my job thankfully sent me home, and as of right now, until April 30th, I am supposed to be working from home because my company is taking it very seriously. And when it comes to something like this, you have to think about the economy and how this is affecting the economy. So when they are saying that you should self-quarantine and that you should self-distance yourself from people, what they're saying is do not go out unless you absolutely have to. There are people out there that still do have to go to work because the government needs things to run. We need things to run in our country. And if we are out there partying and going to bars and doing things where we're spreading the virus, we're only making it worse. So when they're saying self-quarantine, they're not saying that it's spreading to the point where everyone's gonna die. They're saying that there are things that need to continue to run in our country as well as the world. So when I first heard about the coronavirus, I didn't really think about the economical effects that it would have on our country. So I work for a telecommunications company. I do leadership and new hire training for the company. And I didn't start to realize it until we started talking about how our inventory was affected, because most of our inventory is shipped from China. And when China started to get a really serious spell of the coronavirus, a lot of the shipments to a lot of companies stopped shipping. And that's kind of one of the things that triggered me to kind of think, oh wow, this might actually have an enormous effect on the way that we function as a society right now. And I feel like a lot of people right now think it's a joke because everyone's going out and buying toilet paper. Everyone bought all the hand sanitizer. I just recently went to a couple grocery stores just to kind of look around and grab some things. And it is crazy how bare the shelves are. There's a lot of people that I think are taking this very seriously, but there's also lots of people who aren't. And unfortunately, I think it's the younger generations that see the charts and see that it's really not affecting our generation and the youth. And a lot of them just think that this is a good time to just have fun, vacation. I know that flights went down and were extremely cheap, but now you're looking at the fact that there are actually countries quarantining people, and there are countries that are just shutting down all international travel. So for me, this is actually hitting me from lots of different angles because my little sister is in college, and of course, all the colleges and schools in the state of Virginia have shut down now. I was actually in Charlottesville when UVA decided that all their classes would go virtual for the rest of the semester. So for all of those people out there that thinks that this is kind of a joke, and I know that there's lots of people out there sharing memes, and yes, we are the generation of people who share memes and make light of situations that are horrible. I know that there's a lot of things being shared about toilet paper and hoarding hand sanitizer and selling it for higher prices. But right now, I really think we need to be doing everything in our power to make sure that we're doing everything that the CDC says is going to prevent or slow the process of the coronavirus spreading throughout the United States, just because when it comes to places shutting down, that affects people. And I was just in Greensboro, North Carolina earlier this week, and I noticed that a lot of the restaurants were shutting down and a lot of the smaller businesses were just putting up signs saying, sorry, right now we're going to be closed until this date. And the unfortunate thing about that is there are people that are working at those places that currently don't have a source of income. And we really need to make sure that we are protecting ourselves so that these people can get back to work as quickly as possible. As well as when it comes to buying toilet paper and face masks and hand sanitizer, you don't need 30 tubes of hand sanitizer in your household. When it comes to being in your house, wash your hands with soap and water. That's going to clean your hands. When it comes to face masks, we really need to be saving those for doctors and the people who are actually infected with the coronavirus, just because we've got to make sure that our doctors stay healthy, because we don't want to get to a situation where we've got so many sick people in the hospital and the doctor's offices that our doctors don't have enough face masks to keep themselves protected. Let's make sure that we're taking all the precautions. I think it's a really serious matter right now, because this type of thing is going to affect the way that our country runs and our world functions right now. The economy is taking a huge hit. There are so many businesses losing so much money right now. I know that Disneyland and places like that have shut down. Movie theaters are shutting down. Churches are sending people home, and there are businesses trying their best to make everything virtual so that they don't have to let their employees go, because they know that it's really important that people have paychecks coming in, because we don't want to get to the point where we don't have money coming in and we don't have money going out into the economy. So we've got to make sure that we're taking every step to make sure that everything runs as smoothly as possible. People that have to do their job are still able to do their jobs without someone going out there and getting them sick. So when they say self-quarantine, what they really mean is, if you don't have to go out, just don't go out. And if you're showing any type of symptoms of the coronavirus, make sure that you're quarantining yourself and keeping yourself away from anybody else so that it doesn't spread. Especially if you've been traveling recently. I know that a lot of my friends have been traveling because 'tis the seasons for spring break right now. So a lot of people were out of the country and on cruises and at beaches and on planes where you're kind of confined to a really small area with people. So wherever you are right now, make sure that you're taking all the extra precautions to be safe, because the fact that our country is literally shutting down right now kind of shows that this is a little bit more serious than we originally anticipated. So we want to make sure that we are taking every precaution, washing our hands, not touching our face, not putting on face masks, because when it comes to face masks, the face masks that you guys are buying are not protecting you from the virus, because it's all exposed. The whole point of those types of masks is to prevent someone who does have the coronavirus from spreading it more quickly than they already are if they didn't have a face mask on. So hopefully you guys are watching this video from your home and you guys are in a safe place. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I will try to answer them the best that I can, or point you in the right direction to get the right answer. And hopefully we'll be able to get this under control so that we can return to normal and just kind of get on with our lives. But as of right now, we just need to take everything seriously and make sure that we're doing everything to protect ourselves. Bye, guys.